up, Woody Nerdigans? This is the one and only Packer Girl 89 of Nerdigans Inc. Today's Manga Nerdigan live reaction video is going to be for Dead Rock Chapter 35. But before I get into this recap and live reaction, we are at war with YouTube's algorithm, and it is slowly but surely killing my channel. And in order to defeat this algorithmic beast, we need you to please hit that like, share, and subscribe buttons. And because, of course, this channel, let alone this video, are not sponsored. If you love what we're doing and want to help keep me, my adorable little puppy kitty, who's right over there being a good little guard kitty, and this operation, well, again, literally alive and kicking, so we can keep bringing you more anime and manga content, whether it be news, analysis, or live reactions like this one. Feel free to hit up our Cash App, PayPal, and Coffee. Links are in the description box below, as well as the link to our Patreon where we are doing our anime live reaction content, because unlike YouTube, where we constantly have to worry about getting a copyright strike for showing anything on the screen, well, Patreon, we don't have to worry about that, so we can have our full setup on the anime and manga side by side and have the audio to boot, which is not only great for busting a botch localization or two, but it's great for when we cover anime original content like, say, Digimon Beat Break. And the more views and subscribers we get on Patreon, the more anime we'll cover. And hell, if you're a $10 Patreon member, you get to choose the series we cover as well. And there is a stacked spring anime season in full swing, in which we are covering Witch Hat Atelier, Marriage Toxin, Black Cat in the Witch's Classroom, Yomi no Sugai, Maramashita Urumikun, Digimon Beat Break, Akane Banashi, and Boku no Hero Academia 170 plus one more, aka Shippergeddon 2.0, and there's even more on the way. So please check out our Patreon. The link is in the description box below. So, well, the last time I covered Dead Rock, and I covered a lot of content the last time I covered Dead Rock, we saw everyone up in the human world. We saw what went down with when everyone resurrected. And now we're getting into God. So let's get into chapter 35, see what's in store for us today. And this chapter is titled God Fragment. God, like the souls coming out of this record player is so sickening. And there's God doing his thing. Woo, hello, wife. It's almost time for the staff meeting, principal. So this is definitely back at Dead Rock. Okay. What's that? A God fragment. That reminds me, I never told you about... Oh, about how he became God! Oh my God, so we're gonna learn how he became God. All right, here we go. Long, long ago, in an era where there wasn't even any order in the world, I was a poor cowherd. It's supposed to be cowherder, but whatever. That's awfully hard to believe. Just listen. I loved cows. They were obedient and they gave us sustenance. But one day a plague spread through the village, taking people out one after another. When half of the village had died, the remaining villagers with nowhere to rightly direct their anger, Alfred turned it on me. Dude, he was adorable as a kid. My chickens and Yana's sheep all got sick. So why are your cows doing fine? I did lose several, but I've been looking after their health. Shut up! Maybe these cows are the source of the plague. Yeah, since they don't get sick from it. Did these cows kill my daughter? Please calm down. If the cows were the source of the plague, I wouldn't be okay either. These fucking people are just delusional, man. You're around them all the time. Yeah, that's why you haven't gotten sick. Kill the cows! No, not the cows! No, not the cows! Moo! The poor cows! The cows didn't do anything wrong! They're just innocent cows! Moo! The poor cows! The poor cows! Oh, the poor cows. Driven out of the village, I just wandered around. The plague spread around the whole world, so every town was closed. I kept on walking for a staggering length of time. And he's just about to die. A light shone in the sand. The desert country had a legend about the God fragment. The first God created the world and then scattered into fragments. Damn it, Kitty, why'd you do that? Let's see. Those who possess a fragment must become leaders guiding the world. Before I knew it, they were calling me a messenger of God. I preach pretty typical things. Well, duh, everyone must respect one another. Do not quarrel. Do not envy. Practice forgiveness. I love people like cows! The stone had a mysterious power. The more people believed in me, the more my power increased. Damn, that's how he got hot. And so I realized that I was no mere messenger of God. I was God. I decided to use my power to create the world anew. This plague-riddled world is no longer necessary. I will create a world free of plagues. Now I'll create heaven and earth. Ooh. Dude. So he created a new world. Now humanity tried again. I took away illness, but I cannot change human hearts. Well, duh. Love one another and thrive, humanity. Don't forget to be grateful to cowards. I turned the desert kingdom into heaven and continued watching over the human world from there. But humans fought and killed each other once again. It wasn't the world I'd hoped for. I created the demon world, changed all of the humans into demons and sent them there. So that makes sense. So all the demons were originally humans. All right. To create another new group of humans, I reset the human world. Wait, why didn't you just create heaven and earth again? It takes too much power. Wait, so our ultimate root is humans? Yes, though that was an astoundingly long time ago. Over time, demons have started to look more human. So why did you create Deadrock? Whoa! To give demons a chance to be human again. The demons that graduate Deadrock can go to the human world and become human. Why did it turn into a school where students kill each other then? Since when? When did it turn into that sort of school? What happened to my ideals? Principal? I made a world without illness and watched over the human world. I created a place where demons had a chance to become human. Why? How did things turn out like this? I never sought strife. I wanted a world filled with peace, love, and hope. Oh, what am I saying? Dude, he got corrupted. What am I saying? I'm God. I could do whatever I want. I could kill anyone I want. All lives belong to me because I'm God. Remember, Yadaka said that God became corrupt. This is definitely true to that. Deadrock is just a way for me to kill time. I make the best kids my servants. I give them the human world, and in return, they make sure that faith in me is absolute. Sorry, a staff meeting, right? Yes. So he used to be a compassionate God. I wonder what changed him. Hey, the devil on his shoulder. That's what it is. What's the topic? Recently, some of our students have been behaving badly in the human world. I'll kill them all myself. God planned to act the next day. However, one day in the demon world was equivalent to 1 year in the human world. Why did I say Yadaka? I meant Yakuto. Oh my god, what is wrong with me? Yakuto and the others have been liberating towns all over the world, weakening faith in God, the source of his power. And then the day of the battle arrived. End of the Academy arc! Holy shit! So the Academy arc concluded with God's origin. Oh my god, what does this kind of make me think of, in a way? You know what this, in a way, kind of reminds me of? It's kind of like a mixture of Undead Unluck meets Platinum End, in a way. That's what this is kind of giving. It totally is. It's kind of giving Undead Unluck meets Platinum End. Oh my god, please do not fuck this up, Mashima. Please don't. Because of the loot. Oh, and it's also giving a little hint of Eden Zero, too, in a way. But please don't fuck this up. Please don't, Mashima. Please do not make the same mistakes that Undead Unluck and Platinum End made. Also, to an extent, don't make the same mistakes you made in Eden Zero. But here's the thing with Eden Zero, though. What happened with Eden Zero was a product of Mashima working on too many projects at once. Because remember, for those of you that remember, or that don't remember, around the time of Eden Zero's conclusion, Mashima was working on Eden Zero, Fairy Tail 100 Years Quest. He wasn't doing the art, mind you, but he was doing the writing. And he was working on Deadrock. And unfortunately, Eden Zero suffered because of it, which really sucks. Because Eden Zero, like, up until, like, I want to say the final arc, Eden Zero was really fucking good. I really, like, when he was just working on Eden Zero and Fairy Tail 100 Years Quest, shit was really good in both of those series. And then when Dead Rock came along, both of those, that's when both series kind of started to suffer a little bit, which really fucking sucks. 100 Years Quest has been very hit or miss lately, I'm not gonna lie. Now I'm thinking about it, I know why it is very hit or miss, because he's working on the Fairy Tail anniversary right now. Oh my god. Oh god, please do not fuck up 100 Years Quest, Mashima. Oh my god. What I'm really hoping is, because of what's going on with Fairy Tail, because he's doing that short serialization for the Fairy Tail anniversary, and also the Dead Rock. This is the end of the Academy arc for Dead Rock. He just finished up an arc. I hope Dead Rock goes on hiatus for a few months, just so he could get the Fairy Tail. Just so the Fairy Tail. He can finish the Fairy Tail anniversary manga, get all that shit done, and also work on Fairy Tail 100 Years Quest, because there might be some elements from the anniversary manga that might be incorporated into 100 Years Quest. Could be. There could be. We'll have to wait and see. And then once the anniversary manga is done, then come back to Dead Rock. I'd rather wait for I'd rather have it to be Mashima just can't do 3 manga at once. He just can't, because one manga will suffer in quality, and I really don't want it to be 100 Years Quest again. I really don't, because 100 Years Quest there's been some really good moments in 100 Years Quest, man. Oh my god. I'm torn about the Igneo content that we just saw. I'm spoiling it. You have to deal with it. I'm really torn about it because I really, like, part of me is like, I really do like seeing Igneo like this. I really do. But, like, at the same time, I really wish it would have been saved for when, for the rematch against Ignea. I think that would have just been way more appropriate. I really do. I don't. That's why I'm just like, I like the concept, but it was just at the wrong time. Now, for this, though, now let's get back to Dead Rock here. I like that it ended with God's backstory because of, remember, again, what Yakuto said during his backstory. He said his father said that he saw a change in God. So this does, stay true to that. But I really like what God did. But there's one other thing, though. And this is why it reminds me of, here's why it reminds me of Undead Luck. It's because of, remember with Huiz, she and Victor / Andy were able to go back in time because Huiz had the power of art, had Arc, and then there's Victor's ability of, undead. His undead ability. So that's why I'm like, this kind of is giving that in a way. But like the human, all demons being their ultimate root being human. I'm trying to think what that kind of is giving, because it sounds. Oh, now I remember. It's kind of like in, I'm spoiling Ranger Reject, but you have to deal with it. It's like in Ranger Reject with the invaders. That the invaders, it turned out that the invaders were actually, were all actually humans. Well, with the exception of the foot soldiers, those were clones. But still. Or actually, I think the executives were humans were clones, originally clones as well, too, if I remember correctly. I know the foot soldiers were definitely clones. Those were clones. But I think the executives were failed clones as well, if I remember correctly. Up until the second generation of executives. Those were not clones. But yeah, like that's what this is kind of giving in a way. It's kind of giving that. But well, actually, Oh yeah, the dragon. Yeah, the dragon executive. Yeah, the dragon executive was just a the dragon, dude, the dragon executive. Holy shit, that shit was so fucking shocking, though. But yeah, but let me get back to my point here. The point is that it's very similar. This whole thing with the root being, the ultimate root being human because of God punishing all of humanity. That is very, very much like what we saw in Ranger Reject with the executives. I do like what Dead Rock's original purpose is, though. I really do. It's to give the opportunity for demons to return to being human, to return to what they originally were. I like that. I like that concept. The other thing is that oh God, what was it? I just had this thought in my head and I just totally forgot. Fuck, what was it? Oh, now I remember. Okay, so the whole thing with God getting corrupt, that reminds me of specifically is with Thomas E. Sinigowski's The Fallen, when I always reference that fucking book, I swear to God. I love that series. When Satan possessed Lucifer, that's what that is giving. And corrupted Lucifer, who was reformed. That's what that is totally giving. It totally is. But let me know your thoughts in the comment section below, what you guys are kind of getting from this. I really like what Mashima's doing. I know you could make the argument what the demon kind of thing, what God did was kind of like a Noah's Ark kind of thing. That's more so what that is than anything else. But God, like, I can't help but think of Ranger Reject and with that. And I want to know if you guys are seeing like the undead unluck realness that I am, and some of the Eden, and also the Eden Zero realness of it all too. It totally is giving that. Oh my God, it is. With the God's Fragment being like Ark, it totally fucking is. And also the poor cows! The poor fucking cows, man! Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. And remember to like, comment, share, and subscribe to Nerdigans Inc. Love what we're doing and want to help keep this operation alive and kick in so we can keep bringing you more Dead Rock content. A few ways you could do that. Donate to our Cash App, PayPal, Patreon, Coffee. Purchase something off our Amazon wish list. All that's in the description box below. Also, make sure you follow us on Twitter, Twitch, Discord, friend us on PlayStation Network. That's in the description box below as well. Until next time, Nerdigans, I will be seeing you later. Bye.